Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. We got a lot of work going on in the shop today. We're going to be working on a Jeep Scrambler a lot. I got my old dad here with me today helping out. Big shout out to Hannah, she's doing the filming today. Dad is putting together our QA1 double adjustable shocks for the Jeep. These are really awesome shocks. We sell these on the website as well. Very top-notch stuff. He's putting those together today and he's going to be installing them on the Jeep as well. Dad, tell him what all you're doing to this thing.
Basically, we're putting the bearings in the shock ends, and then we'll put the spanners on, and that's what the spring rides on to be able to have the adjusted ride height.
Yep. While he is doing that, it's got QA1s on all four corners. I'm going to be getting the mufflers put back on. I got these things all welded up and they're ready to be reinstalled. O2 sensor bung is welded on. We're pretty much, today, I should be able to start installing the EGTs and setting the depth of all of those. So that's kind of like what we got going on in today's episode, so let's get to it. Alrighty guys, we're going to be installing the Holley EGTs on the headers here. These are the actual sensors or probes or whatever it is that you want to call them. We're going to be setting the depth on these, okay? This is a very crucial part of your EGTs. If you just take these and you just slap them into the header, what ends up happening is you get a very inconsistent reading on each cylinder. And so what you want to do is you want to set the depth on these. And from what I've learned and what I understand is you want the end of this to be right in the center of the tube, okay? And once you figure out the first one, what depth that is, you want to set all of them the same depth on both the left and on the right side, okay? So that's what we're going to do today. Let's get these set up, and then we got to clean them up with zip ties and all that stuff to get all this loose wire and loose cord all cleaned up, okay? So that's what we're going to do. Alrighty guys, so right now we are making marks on our EGTs, if you can see it right here. Alright, there's that black line. What we're going to do is we've got the depth set of where we want this thing sitting at. So down a little bit more. Alright, it's about right in there. And I'm wanting these things to run this direction. I need to tighten this deal up just a little bit. Just like that. There we go. Alright, so set the depth on it. Right, you want to take some calipers, okay? And you want to take the diameter of the tube, okay? That's your primary tube. You want to divide it by 2. Alright, we got 2-inch primaries. So we know the center of this is 1 inch. Well, we got to add on to it what this bung is. This bung is right at 600 thousandths, so we're going to take 600 and add it to 1 inch, so it's 1.60. And we put that on our caliper. And then walk right over here, Hannah. We'll get one of the EGTs. What we'll do is take it out of the bag here. Don't forget to take this little cover off of it. All this is do just to protect the end of it. Alright, then we're just going to make a mark on it. Alright, I've got a little scratch on there, I can see it. Then we'll take a Sharpie. Make a mark on it just like that right there. So now we know that all these are set the same, and whatever you set the depth at, you just want them all the same. That way when you're getting a reading, they're all reading the same. Alright, so now we need to get our little there we go. Let's put that dude on first, this dude on second. Now we can install it. You can see our black line. Just like that right there. And then get my wrench. Start tightening it up. And you can move these any direction you want. You can even put them in from the bottom side, okay? But on this one, this is just where I think we're going to try it out. This one may end up having to turn back around this direction. Once we get it sitting in the Jeep, we'll find out here. Alright, that's it. Alright, so we normally tape up our engines when we're working on them. That's why you see this masking tape on here. And this is actually a really cool moment right here when you finally get to take this tape off. That means stuff is about to happen. So it won't be long, we're about to start this thing up. And I don't feel like pulling the headers right back off of it for no reason. So it is time to let her breathe. And the reason that we do this right here is just to keep from metal dust from getting in the engine. There's no reason to have an engine open when you're doing a lot of fabrication in a shop and stuff if you don't have the headers on it. Headers will protect it if you got the headers on it and you're working on stuff in the garage, but we didn't have that option with this one. Wasn't going to be able to happen. Alright, so this gasket can drop down in. Okay, talk about gaskets for a second. On these LS engines, these stainless style one-piece header gaskets are the best I've ever used on an LS engine. The reason for this is you can go ahead and put bolt 1 and bolt 2 in to hold the header on, and then drop these in from the top, and there you are, versus trying to hold it up there the whole time. So that's what's nice about these. So we'll go ahead and get bolt 1 and bolt 2 put in very loosely. And that's how simple it is. It's a whole lot easier than some of these other gaskets that's out there. Alrighty guys, while I'm working on those headers there and the EGTs on both sides of the motor there, Dad is working on getting the coilovers installed on the Jeep. He's also got to bend out some L brackets here in just a minute, and he's going to use that press here in just a few minutes. So yeah, so definitely a big shout out to Dad while he works on those coilovers and bends us out a set of L brackets for the Jeep build. Alright guys, so I thought I'd give kind of an update of where we are in the video here. Dad just got the coilovers on it, front and rear. We still got a little bit of adjusting to do on those, where we want those to be finalized and where they're going to be mounted at in our adjustments here. I believe they're about to be adjusted down is what's about to happen there on that. We got the headers on. Got the mufflers back on after being final welded. The tips have been final welded. I've got to go and get some pipe hangers that's got some rubber, I guess what do you call it, like a rubber bushing in it to help with, you know, vibrations and just as a pipe hanger. I got the EGTs all hooked up and they're nice and neat and clean looking. Let you guys see that. There they are. Let you guys see the driver's side. That took a little bit of time right there to get all those run. And I think those things are looking very nice and neat, and are going to do a great job. As I got done with that, I've been working on the steering slip joint. I've got it installed, and this slip joint, I'll let you guys kind of look at this, see how this deal works. See right here how it slips up and down. Well, I need to get the steering column mounted in solid like that, and where only this moves on this end, not both. So what's going to happen here, I've already got my spacer and my washer built here. I need to do the same thing up here, but on this one there'll be a collar and a washer that will get welded here. The extra material will get cut off. That way the steering wheel and extension will come back down into here where it's supposed to be at, and then that will stay stationary. It won't move up and down and all that good stuff. So that's looking good there. We're moving right along, and that's where we are today. To kind of end this deal out, I've been working like crazy on our list of what all we got left to do. Hannah, she's been putting off her little drawings here beside our list there, just having fun with it there. But we're kind of ramping down here what all small things we got left to do before we can fire this thing up. And then this is our list. We got a couple little odds and ends stuff we need to buy and to get here, or we've already bought, but it's just not here yet, and I'm waiting to mark it off the list there. So that's what all we got going on there. It's really coming along, guys. We've come a long ways. Go back here to the back, let you see what Dad is working on as well. He is working on mounting the jack. The customer wanted his big old bumper jack mounted in back here as well, and we're working on that. You guys will get to see more of that this week, of how that thing will turn out and stuff. I think it'll look very nice, and that way all the stuff is mounted over to the sides, and you'll have this whole entire center section here open, so he can store stuff, a cooler, you know, pop-up tent, whatever. He can throw it in there. He still has a little bit of storage room. So that's what's going on there, and we're just going to keep on rocking. We should have these are mock-up axles. Those are Mark Williams axles. We're waiting on our Mosier axles to come for it. When they get here, we'll put those in. That should be coming this week, and then we can order our brakes for them to go on. I don't order my brakes before I have my axles. There's a dimension here you gotta be careful about from here to here. If you don't get that dimension right, then your brakes ain't gonna work, or you gotta do a lot of modification. We don't want to do that, so that's why I'm waiting on that, and then we can order the brakes. I've got to go and check on some brakes here in just a few minutes on the front, and we can get new brakes put on the front as well. So that's what's going on, guys. We're rocking and rolling. We're making great headway, and we're going to keep on rolling here. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you are subscribed to the channel. Don't forget to go over to KilmerSports.com, where we've got all kinds of merch over there and all kinds of high performance products as well. And definitely a big shout out to our sponsors and partners. Till next time, you guys have a good one.